Hi, I'm Ben, and today I'm releasing a program I wrote called iSav. What it does is to create copies of your documents as you're working on them. So every time you press Save or Command S in the Mac or Control S in Windows, while you're working on your Word documents, your presentations, your spreadsheets, or any other similar documents, it creates a copy of that at that time and embeds a timestamp in the name of the file. I use it especially when I'm programming. I wrote this years ago and I continue to use it today, and I've polished it up and released it for others to use. Let me show you how it works. The first thing we'll need to do is to go to the website. My website is apptools.us, apptools.us. When you get there, you'll see there are several apps that I'm working on. The one that is ready is iSav. Click on iSav and click the Buy Now button to purchase. When you purchase it, you will need to provide a valid email address because that is how you will receive your registration key. So click on Buy Now, agree to the EULA, scroll to the bottom, and buy for Mac or Windows. Once you get your registration key, you can download the DMG file, and this is just a normal installation. Drag it to the applications folder, and you're done. Now on to granting it permissions. The first time you run it, it will throw up a warning. Let's run it. We have to show in the Finder, right click and open one more time, and it will open, and it will be ready to accept your registration key. Key in your email address and your registration key and click register. It'll say registered to and your email address, and it should be functional at this point. Once you add a folder and begin to run it, the OS will ask for permissions to that folder. It has to have read-write permissions in order to function. Here I'm showing where the OS is currently asking for permissions. It's under Privacy and Security, Files and Folders, and then the particular app, in this case iSav, and within iSav we're granting permissions to the Documents folder. Now let's add a folder to iSav. Click on Add. I have a test folder in my Documents folder, and here is the folder path, and here are all of the documents within that folder. Okay, here we are set up to see what happens when we start running it. So we're going to flip it on here, and we're watching this. It's watching these files, and if any files are added, I'll just throw some in here. On the next scan, it should appear, and iSav starts watching each one of these files. So if any changes made to any of these files, it will make a time-stamped copy. Let me drag this down a little bit. Let's just pick on this number 5 right here. I'm going to open it up, and it's just a picture of iSav itself. I'm going to go to Annotate, and let's say I'm going to throw a polygon in there, and I have a polygon. I'll just throw something on here, And I'm going to save this. What will happen to the timestamp is that it will change to the current time. And once that happens, iSav will see that the timestamp has changed, and it will make a copy of it in iSav. Well, it already did it. So there it is. Uh, it saw that a change was made to this. Here it is, 2023, uh, June 24th at 3:16:05 p.m. 3:16:05. That's the timestamp. So here's the last modified timestamp. There it is. So I could do it again. Let's see. Let's just do a copy paste or something, and then let me do a save. And the timestamp changes. iSav will see that, and it makes yet another copy of it. So now we have multiple copies. This, for me, has been a lifesaver, especially when coding. I've gone down paths numerous times and have been hours into a project and then realized, oh wow, I really should have started a different path, a different branch. And with this, I can easily go back to a time, say 8 in the morning or 9 in the morning. And if it's 10 or 12 at night, or even the next day, you can go back in time and say, I want to start back October 15th of 2022. Here's a copy of that. And I could just copy and rename it and use that one and start there. And it's been really good for me. So I have it scan every 10 seconds by default, but you can run it all the way up to, let's say, 12 hours if you have rather large files. And that's it. It's pretty much it. It will not look at subfolders. You have to add every folder that you want it to monitor. So if I have another folder here, there's a subfolder here, I open, and now I'm looking at two folders. I'm looking at this one, and I'm looking at this test folder sub 1, and it tells you where it is. You want to remove one, just remove this one. And it'll only look at the subfolders now. It's really handy. Kind of nice. Now let's go over the help features. The built-in help is behind the iSav icon. It comes up to your quick help screen. We've been over the add and remove icons. The wait time between scans, on-off button. There's your time of the next scan will start, time of last scan. Here's your folder listing here, and all the files are down here. This is a split window bar that is adjustable. You can make it longer or shorter, however you would need it. Help on the web will bring up the long version of the help. It'll load a PDF into your browser, and it starts with a quick summary and then goes into more detail throughout the page. The timestamp preferences. These are where you can set how you want your timestamp to look. This is the default. It takes a minimum of 20 characters for the timestamp. And you can change any of the separators or any of the fields to your liking. The minimum characters used for the timestamp, default timestamp, is 20. You can shorten it all the way down to just a tilde number. You can see here that you can select each field. For example, you could have the short month or the long month or the numbered month. You can have the short day or the long day or none of them. Registration. will not show your registration key, only the first 3 digits, and it's tied to your email account. You can unregister and it will wipe your registration details from the program. This is useful, for example, if you have someone that is going to take over your duties at a location and they want to continue to track all of the folders that you have added. All they have to do is register with their key and they can take over. If you'd rather remove all of the data, you just click remove all of the iSav data, and what will happen is that it will erase the iSav data, i.e. your folder tracking, your registration, and it will close iSav and get it ready to be registered. And that's it. Oh, there's one more thing. Obviously on the Mac, if you want to get the timestamp preferences quickly, it's just the standard preferences key combination, which would be the command key comma, and it brings it right up. If you have any questions, I can be reached at apptools_support at apptools.us or from the website. Thank you for watching and have a great day.